I haven't heard about Jacob Sartorius since way back in 2018, and if you're watching this video, you probably haven't heard about him in a while as well. But in today's video, we need to talk about Jacob Sartorius and some wild drama that he recently got into with an artist. Now, for those of you who clicked on this video and you don't know Jacob Sartorius, he's basically a social media influencer, and he was popular way back in the Vine days. He even had somewhat of a viral hit with his music video called Sweatshirt 6 years ago, and that whole music video was a whole meme in and of itself. Recently, Jacob Sartorius got himself in some hot water after an artist decided to call him out for stealing her work. The user in question that we're going to be talking about goes by Brit on Twitter, and Brit has quite of a social media following over on her Twitter. She is a mom of two and she is an artist. Recently, Brit made a tweet that got a lot of recognition. She tweeted out saying, "Browsing music off of Spotify and finding an artist who stole my art. LMAO. What the f?" And it was a photo tagged of Jacob Sartorius' Spotify page and his recent music video that he's been promoting the heck out of called Hi. And what we have to specifically talk about is the cover art that Jacob Sartorius decided to use for this music video, because let's just say it's probably not his, and he is out here using it for his music career. Brit, who goes by Evergreen Queen on Twitter, continued tweeting the audacity while sharing a photo of the cover art that Jacob Sartorius pretty much copied off of her Twitter page. Brit, who as I mentioned is an artist, went on to retweet the photo of the cover art that she had initially posted way back in 2021, and she retweeted this to let it be known that this art belonged to hers. And what everyone has been saying is that what Jacob Sartorius basically did is took this photo off of her page and pretty much just slapped a crescent moon on top of it and called it a day, probably thinking that he would face no repercussions for using her art. Brit goes on to tweet at Jacob Sartorius, "Pay me." Brit's tweet ended up getting a lot of traction. Other people started calling Jacob Sartorius out since he has a huge following, and he's been promoting this song that he's been coming out with for a while, and the cover art and everything. Someone even pointed out, dude is even using it as his Twitter banner. And this is where everyone decided to call out Jacob Sartorius, saying things like, "Please sue this guy. Pay her. Come on, Jacob. Jacob, we pay for things we use. We're grown-ups." Oh, hell nah. Wake up, bro. One person even telling Brit, "You should just sue for copy infringement. He won't pay out unless you do that." Others adding, "Wait, it looks like a redraw of yours. What if he stole a stolen piece of art? LMAO." And Brit responded, pointing out that he pretty much just changed the moon on her original photo, saying the moon was changed and that's it. After tons of people, including Brit's fans, as well as tons of people from the art community decided to call out Jacob Sartorius, he then decided to make a statement about this. He ended up tagging Brit on his Twitter and made this statement, saying, "I've been made aware of the tweet about the cover artwork for my single Hi. I immediately reached out to my team who produces all of my cover arts. They explained to me that it is original and disclosed the creative process. However, as an artist, I support and believe in individuals' original artistic expression and am working with my team to address the situation." It seems like that's all he's done since this whole situation aired out, is to kind of make this bootleg statement to kind of clear his name, since he was getting called out a ton all over his social medias. But Brit is still upset for not getting compensated for her art, as well as many other people pointing out how outlandish this looked on Jacob's end. Others went out to call out his team, since that's who he kind of was putting the blame on in his statement, saying, "Your team's creative process is lying and plagiarism. I understand the artwork was likely very hands-off for you, but it's now your responsibility to right the situation by offering credit, apology, royalty, and proper punishment to your staff. This could be an easy lawsuit." Tons of other people chimed in, adding things like, "It is original" from his statement. Yeah, okay, it's time to give Evergreen Queen a nice payout, showing the before and after of Brit's art and then what Jacob Sartorius decided to use for his cover art for his music video. Another user said, "If they explained it was original, then they need to be fired and never worked with again. I copied the image for your cover directly from one of your tweets, and it's at 100% opacity here." Lots of other people demanded Jacob to take accountability throughout this whole situation, even if that meant putting his team on check, saying things like, "Working with your team means firing them, apologizing on their behalf, paying the true artists, and moving on. How hard is it to keep one's dignity?" How would you feel if one of your songs was taken, the exact song, and had a single new track laid over it, maybe some decorative wind chimes layered in over the bridge? That's the creative process the cover art team used here. Would that make it an original new song? Brit eventually ended up going on her Twitter to thank everyone for the support, since Jacob does have a much bigger following than her, and she probably didn't think that as a small artist her work would have gotten recognized as being stolen. And she said, "Thank you for all the support on this. His team is claiming it was due to using an AI generator and that it was an accident." Suspicious emoji. And she also requested that she should get paid by Jacob, saying, "Okay, but it is unquestionably stolen and I think I'm entitled to an apology and payment." Also adding to Jacob's statement saying, what a convenient way to skirt responsibility and accountability. Copyright infringement is copyright infringement regardless of intention. How about let's just pay living and breathing artists? As you guys can probably tell, Brit was pretty upset about this, since being a small artist and just having majority of your work taken like that is not a good position to be in. She continued to retweet a bunch of people that were continuing to call out Jacob Sartorius for this, where some were tweeting things like, "In case you still don't believe AI art is stolen art, this artist's painting was used without permission as a song's art cover by Jacob Sartorius. Him and his team said they used an original process and didn't apologize to the artist. AI art is not original." Now, as of the time I'm recording this video, Jacob Sartorius did actually change the cover art on his YouTube video as well as his Twitter banner, and that's probably because tons of people started calling him out, because obviously it's not right. And who knows if he would have changed this if Brit's tweet didn't get that much recognition, but I'll leave that up to you guys. Anyways guys, this has been what's been going on with Jacob Sartorius. It's a whole mess, and as of the day I'm recording this video, he's still getting called out non-stop for this. I want to know what you guys think about this entire situation. What do you think about Jacob's statement and the way he handled the situation? Also, do you think he should be held more accountable for this? Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.